Good evening, Patrick here. I have Cheetah Wheel View. Um, I would like to sit there and tell you to welcome to the show, but I do believe our guest is not going to make it tonight, and I have no idea why. So, unfortunately, as that has happened a few times, you know what the routine is. But I'm going to stay up anyway. We're just going to turn this into a chat fest. I'll probably be joined by our good friend Steven from the House of Horrors. He'll be here a little later on. Maybe Joshua will show up. That would be nice. It would be courteous. That if he did, that would be awesome. If you know, if he, yeah, it would be nice. This show was rescheduled. He had a family emergency. He asked to be rescheduled. So we accommodated him and we rescheduled for tonight. I've sent him links and messages and have not heard a word back, a peep. So I'm not really sure. I hope he does because I would really like to talk to him because he's got amazing talent. I would like to see him actually do some of his drawings on air. Let's see. Anthony says that he is. Hey, Jaden, how are you, sir? Let's see. Anthony says he's got 932 subs on his channel, and he's got the Exorcist 3 DVD. First of all, congratulations on 932. You're only 68 away from 1,000. I said you would get it by the end of the year. I think that's a given. Um, I'm actually thinking I'm thinking you'll probably get 1,100. Um, I think if you added that you're a Yankee fan, if you're like rooting for the Yankees, I think that would probably get you there much faster than not. Um, Um, yeah, I'm hoping against hope. You know, like I said, I've not seen and there's nobody unlike the other guest who was here who was supposed to show up and lied to me about not being available. I do know that Josh's accounts have been he's not been on Facebook for 9 hours. So he has not been home or anything else. Though I wish he would have communicated that with me earlier. That would have been nice. That would have been all right. I could have switched this thing around. Um, but I did not promote the show because I had a feeling this was going to happen to me. So I did not really promote it. And so I'm still not going to promote it because I don't think he's going to show up. Um, but we'll just go with the positives. The positives is that Anthony shared us out. I appreciate that so much. We will be having a show tonight. We will be having a show tonight. It just won't be with Josh, I don't believe. But we will be talking. We'll have Stephen up from House of Horrors. He'll be coming up. He's got a big show this Saturday, a massive show. Him and Echo are going to be whoo-hoo. Those two guys are going to be put to the test as they are having a massive party on the House of Horrors. And of course, our friend, hey Internet, it's Eric. He is doing his first live interview. He'll be interviewing wrestler Gavin Alexander, a heel wrestler. He'll be interviewing him on his channel. Um, yeah, and we're gonna be if this does go south on us, and it may, we might, we might be we'll see what's going on. We never know what's going to go on. And if you get bored of me, you could always head on over to the Midnight Hour, who I'm not really sure who's hosting. I think it's going to be Milky Cabrera that's going to be hosting the Midnight Hour, from what I understand. Uh, so so this is actually going to be somewhat of a working stream. I'm going to be doing some work while you guys chat in the chat. In fact, I will go ahead and go into work mode now. And Josh comes up, we'll get him up here and we will go. Um, Generally, we hold the door open for the guests till 8:20. If they're not here by 8:20, we gotta go. So hopefully, if he hears this, if he sees this, he will race on over and we will talk art. Um, but if not, It happens. All right. So forgive me for the lack of turn off the camera. Ta-da. And yeah, just go ahead and go ahead. Hey, Cheetah. I have no idea, brother. I don't think the young man's gonna show up tonight. I have he has not been on Facebook all day. I asked him to check in, let me know if we're still on. I didn't hear anything back from him at all, so I'm not really optimistic about it. So um, not unless you want to come up and do art. If you want to come up and do some art, I will be happy to host that. If you're into creating art, if you're into that mode of creating art, I will send you a link and you can come up and draw if you want to. I know a lot of people, a lot of artists won't do that because they want to have it on their channel, and I totally respect that. But you are here. I'm glad you're here. Um, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I know that like I said, I had booked him, and then he had a family emergency, which we always respect. Obviously, right? You can't sit there and not respect that. So we went ahead and we postponed the show and we moved it. We moved the show till tonight, and I have not heard back from him at all. So I'm totally bummed out by that because his art is really it's definitely the same class as Cheetah's as far as the skill and abilities go. That's why I was really excited too. He's got a Maureen Dowdy, um, uh, Kevin Stone, Gavin Stone, Diana. Uh, um, uh, from Serenity Studios. Um, yeah, that would be cool. I would like to do that, man. I'd like to host a cheetah draw day like on a Sunday or something like that. So man, you can just come out here and just um I will. You know what? I don't have any dates left in the calendar. I don't have any dates in the calendar. Um, but I will try to find something for us for October. Um, Maybe come out and just do like a matinee show, like on a Sunday afternoon, just chill and just have you come out there and we'll just we'll talk with just have like we'll have a round table. We'll have a round table. That's what we'll do. We'll round table it, and you can go ahead and do some art, and we could all sit there and be amazed by the cheetah's art. Let me put that together, and I will definitely. Yes, Inktober. That's really cool. I like that. I like that a lot, Snow. And I hear that you're an artist too. So uh, uh, yes. All right. So I know Snow is a artist as well. So like we do a round table. God, I could actually ask Diana to come on too, and maybe Maureen. Maybe we'll do an art round table. We'll have like 4 or 5 artists doing their art at the same time. Oh, that would. You know what? I like that. We're gonna make that happen. That would be dope. That would actually be very dope. I never, you know what? Sometimes I amaze myself with the ideas that I have. Um, so yes, you know what? I'll put that together, and let me find like 2 or 3 other artists, and Snow and you can come on here. Yes, an art off. Um, we have Snow, we have Lazy Cheetah. God, that's so Lazy Cheetah. What a name! I'm telling you, man, that name is really pushing waffles for top name for me. That just makes me laugh. Um, and maybe we'll get a couple of other artists on here and have an art off a round table. That would be fun. Hey Joseph, how are you? It doesn't look like we're gonna have our regularly scheduled guest. So we're gonna have our good friend Stevens, who's sitting in the chat right there. I believe he is the host of the House of Horrors podcast on Saturday nights at 8 o'clock Eastern. So he's gonna come up there and come up here. I do believe uh, in about 25 minutes or so, and we'll hang out and we'll just have a chill night. Besides, we have, yeah. So you guys can, we can talk about anything that you guys want to. Yes, we are streaming. I am going to stream. We are going to be up for tonight. We'll be up for we'll be up to about 10:15 or so, and then we'll get out of here for the midnight hour. So, in fact, Stephen, honestly, Stephen, you might as well just come up now. I'm not getting anything from him at all. So you are more than welcome to come up now, and then yeah, just what we'll do, Stephen, is you just come up and have you draw on a pad of paper, and you know, so I can say I had an artist on the show. All right, it does happen. Um, okay. Oh, yes. Well, welcome to the Puppet Master, House of Horse style. House of Horrors. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Can you do voodoo figures? Let's see. Joseph said that yes, we could definitely do that. Snow, that would be a lot of fun. That would be a lot of fun. Let's get four artists up here and just let you guys go at it. Four or five artists and let you guys go at it. Let's see. Joseph says that he just watched Danielle Harris's new horror movie called Natty Knox today. Love the movie. That's good. That's good. I'm glad. I'm glad. I hope it's good. Yeah, yeah, we're rolling it back to back today, Star Lord. Um, Thank you guys to everybody who showed up for tonight's show. Yeah, for earlier today with film director Karen Lamb. Uh, Gizmo. I think the last time you were here, I had no guest. Wow. Yeah, it looks like our guest is not going to show up, but we are going to make lemon. We're going to make lemonades out of lemon. We're going to have one half of the House of Horrors. Actually, we're going to have both halves. If Echo wants to come up, that'll be good too. This could be a House of Horrors takeover, and they can keep you guys entertained while I do a little bit of work. Um, yeah, you guys can talk about anything. It's open phones basically. So if you want to talk about the new Exorcist movie coming out, you want to talk, God help me. If you want to talk about anything you guys want to talk about, any of the new horror movies that are coming out, any horror movies that are already are out or coming up, you guys are more than willing to talk to them, talk about them. My day's actually been really good. We had a great interview with Karen Lamb. Holy shit, that was awesome. That was an awesome show. Um, that was fun. In fact, I will actually go get that show and drop it in the chat so you guys can actually see it. Saw X, yes. Ready for Saw X with Tobin Bell and Shawnee Smith, the return of Shawnee Smith. I'm super psyched for that. That's the only thing that really got me um, is Saw X, and I'm really hoping they do what they did for Final Destination. When they did Final Destination 5, they wrapped Destination 5 around to the very original Final Destination, and I'm really hoping that they will do the same for this for Saw X. I am hoping that they will round this out to where it ends up at the end of Spiral. If somehow they can get from here to there, and from the original Saw to Spyro, I would be so happy. That's what I want to see. I want to see Spyro and Saw X connect. So the next Saw movie that comes out will pick up where Spyro left off and move forward. Um, yeah, the problem with that, Joseph, is that we already know what's going to happen. There's absolutely no suspense in this movie. Um, there's no suspense. There's not going to be any surprise at all. There's not going to be any surprise for Saw X. There's only one reason why people are going to watch Saw X, and there's only one reason only, and that is for the traps. They're not there for the story because the story's already been told. The story was told from Saw 1 on up. So there's no story to be told. Well, yeah, Jigsaw, he got screwed over by a bad clinic. So what? We already knew that he was dying from the first movie, right? Um, Spyro is really good. I'm a big fan of Spyro. I would definitely say that Spyro was probably my I think it was probably my fourth favorite of the Saw films after one, two, and three. Even though I hated three because they killed Dina Meyer, I was like, son of a bitch. Um, but it's still a good movie. Still a good movie. Still pretty violent. Still pretty cool. Um, but I didn't watch any of the other ones. Chris Rock, yes, Chris Rock really worked his ass off in this Spiral. He did not. He was not joking. He did not play his role as you see. He played his role straight, and he made damn sure that to the writers, is I do not want to come across as comedy here. I think there's only a couple of comedy moments where he's talking with Samuel L. Jackson, who plays his dad. Other than that, there's no comedy from Chris Rock. It was a dramatic role for him, and I think he crushed it. I thought he did a great job in Spiral. Spiral, like I said, is my fourth favorite Saw movie. Hi, Lady Valerie, how are you? We have no guest tonight. We have no guest. Our guest did not make it. So we will be talking. We will be doing a open mic, open table, open lines, um, whatever we can, whatever you guys want to talk about, we will talk about. I'll be joined here shortly by Stephen from House of Horrors. He'll be up here to chat with me um, and help carry on the conversation while I do a little bit of work. So hope everybody's having a great day. I'm glad Steven's getting here too because I need to get some coffee. That's right. Um, so yeah, I really thought the show we did today with Karen Lamb was absolutely outstanding. You guys really delivered on the support. Yes, Echo, coffee is life. Let's see. Let me drop the link for the Karen Lamb interview so you guys can go check that out because I gotta tell you, that was one of my favorite interviews. I thought I did pretty good. The chat was on fire. You guys had me going today. Okay, I think is it Steven or is it by miracle? Is it Josh? Oh, Steven. Okay. Oh God.
Yeah, it's just me, not Josh.
Okay. Okay. Start drawing.
Oh shit. All right.
Okay. This is Josh. This is Josh's Adam's twin brother here.
Let me speed draw something for you.
Uh, good. Why don't you go ahead and talk a little bit, keep these fine people entertained for a few minutes while I dash downstairs and refresh my coffee because I need fresh coffee.
All right, go get your coffee. All
All
right, so
right.
who all was in here? I
Look,
heard Joseph was here, Echo's here.
the House of Horse is taking over.
Yep, yeah, that's what it is tonight. Just like you invaded before, now it's my turn. I'm getting you back, I guess. Yeah, I saw.
It's gonna be all Dustin Ferguson all night long.
Oh shit! Forget that. Forget the Ferg. we don't mention him. Was it? We don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about Ferguson here. But yeah, I watched Natty Nat. Rewind. Natty Knox. I watched that today too. That was pretty good. So yeah, Danielle's awesome. I hope to see her again at another con. So I got to talk to her. She's one of these days I'm going to get her back on the House of Horrors, but she's just so busy. I don't know how she does it. I mean, she's got her family. She's like at every convention, new movies. There's another one that she's doing or already filmed. I think it's called like Dr. Gift. So I'm looking forward to seeing that when it comes out. So, so what do you think of Natty Knox? I liked it. I'm hoping to get someone from that movie on the House of Horrors. We'll see how that works out. So, yeah. Actually, I should just email her and see what's up. So, I mean, I know she's doing conventions the next couple months. So, but even if it's a weekday, I mean, I can work around her schedule. I don't care. What I would really like to do is get her and Scout at the same time and like do a little promotion of Talk Scary and, you know, both of our podcasts, and maybe they could give like a few questions to people that can write in and just talk a few things about their show and do like a little crossover. So that would be fun. Let's see. I think I can, because I should be an admin. I should be able to put stuff here. If not, just look up the Horror Freak, one word, 85. That's my channel. So if you type that in, you'll find me. And then I also have a Facebook group, the House of Horrors podcast, where it has all the guest announcements. This Saturday at 8, going to have like about 9 or 10 of us are going to be on. We recently filmed Camp Blood 9, Bride of Blood. So myself and other co-stars are all coming on. Let me see. I'll do the list of everybody who's coming on. We got Nico's coming on, Lily Leward, Janet Wong, Anna Clary, who's in The Mutilator 2, and she was just in Rue Morgue magazine for The Woodsman. So that's pretty cool. She's going to be part of the group. Let's see. We got Cody Tudor, I hope I say his last name right. I'm sorry. But he's coming on. So yeah, you'll see the list on there of everybody that's coming on. It's the biggest panel I've ever had. So, and there might even be another surprise person I haven't announced because it's just not really official yet. So definitely check that out. Okay, cool. Appreciate it. Let's see. I would say fun. She was in Demons and Rats Night of Terror, but forgot who it was. But someone, they reached out to her and she seemed like she would be okay with an interview. I'm not sure I've seen that. I definitely have to check it out. So, and I don't have an official date yet, but next month I do have planned. I got in touch with a few of the ladies from Murder Size, so keep an eye out for that. We'll have an official date with them and who I got.
Ta-da!
Welcome back. So I just mentioned a little bit about the Camp Blood reunion this Saturday, and next month I'll announce who, but going to have a Murder Size night, so which is on Tubi. People can check out or get the Blu-ray. Of course, I always say get the physical copy.
Get the physical copy. Get to the chopper. Get to the physical copy.
Get the physical copy.
Get to the physical copy. Get to the physical copy now.
Let's see. My thoughts on Night Knox. I just watched it and I was happy I got to watch it. Danielle did good. Yeah, Danielle's always awesome.
Yeah. Ask Steven about Danielle Harris. He this is the gentleman that got the Danielle Harris show for the midnight hour. Without Steven, there's no Danielle Harris. So there you go.
Yep. So I did mention also that I'll probably have her come back on, but she's doing conventions the next couple months, pretty busy. So, but what I want to try to do, I'm sorry for people who already heard me say it, but I want to try to get her and Scout Taylor and do like a combo crossover between Talk Scary to Me and like maybe they can answer a few questions on my show too, just to, you know, a little cross promote, but we'll see. So fingers crossed.
Keep going. You're doing fine, brother.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you were going to say anything or not.
No. I'm just gonna. I'm typing that letter to. I'm typing that letter to that. The gentleman from StreamYard.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
good luck with that. That should be interesting. So yeah.
yeah, that should be that'll be quite different.
Very, very.
Uh, uh,
And if the
people will be,
outcome and if the final outcome, you know what I mean, that would be really, really interesting.
yeah, wouldn't that, yeah, that would be, yeah, that would, you know what though, that's, it's a chance to actually chance to actually talk to someone who's doing something like this. Yeah, it's something I would love to have a crack at. So um, I just but so we'll see what happens. I don't want to say anything until we close the deal. But if we do this, it'll be pretty awesome.
And it's very, very different. That's for sure.
Very different. Yeah, that's right. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. If Danielle Harris came back to Halloween, that would be great. So, I mean, I know she would, no doubt. So, if they,
I thought she got killed in her. Didn't she do what Halloween did she do? Where she got? Did she do Rob Zombie's Halloween and got killed,
she
or
was
did she?
killed in Rob Zombie's Halloween. She was killed. Yeah.
Okay. Didn't what role did she play?
Her character name was Annie, I believe.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, 4 and 5. She was good. Yeah.
Couldn't kill Sherry Moon Zombie. Had to kill Danielle Harris.
Oh no, never kill his wife. No.
God, this. Uh, man, just, no.
If she were to die in the movie, I'd be so surprised. I don't. I'd be like, oh my gosh. Yeah, Danielle's done a lot of things though besides horror. I mean, she even was the voice on Wild Thornberries, the sister Roseanne. I mean, tons of stuff. There was another movie with her and Katherine Heigl. I think it was either Wish Upon a Star or something along those lines, where she switched bodies with her sister. I mean, she's done it all.
There's only one movie I want to ask Danielle Harris about. It's the only one I want to ask her about because I'm dying to know. Dude, what the hell was she thinking when she signed up for Redwood Massacre Annihilation? Oh my God. I really truly want to know. Did you know? You haven't seen that yet, have you?
I haven't watched that one yet. I need to.
Dude, I think they're playing it on Tubi too. And of course, I mean, but it is something that I've never thought I see any mainstream actor do. I mean, I could see it on a totally, like a gonzo low budget horror film, like I'm from Wild Eye or something like that. I totally can understand that. But seeing two pretty mainstream actors dual roles with this in it, I'm just like, my mind was blown. I won't even kid you. I was sitting there going, wow, what the hell were you? Why aren't you firing your agent for giving you this role, for sending you the script? I mean, seriously, man, if you needed money that bad, I mean, people would have booked you for something, anything else other than that. But good Lord, have mercy, it was so disturbing, and it was so it was, I've never seen anything. I've never seen any mainstream actor do anything like this. Never. And I've been around a long time. I don't know if I dropped this or not. Did I drop this? I don't know if I did. Maybe I need to drop this. I always thought I dropped the link to the Karen Lamb interview. Yeah, that's the reason why Steven had to come up here, because he fell asleep during my interview this afternoon.
My bad.
Yeah.
I was up late and then I was working and then I fell asleep.
So if you haven't seen the interview with Karen Lamb that came on here earlier, there's a link to it. I thought was really cool and real honest, is that we asked her about, if they approached her to, do the new Exorcist movie, what would she do? Would she take it or say nah? She was honest about it. She said that she would pass on that because it's a perfect movie and there's nothing that she could do to improve it. I agreed with her. I 100% agree with her. The Exorcist is a perfect movie.
Yeah.
And I have absolutely zero faith in the remake. The same people that fucked up Halloween. Look, I like Halloween. It's not my favorite horror franchise, major franchise. I would go with probably the Friday the 13th for that.
Mhm.
Um, but at the same time, I respect the fans and they're following it and dedication and whatnot. And it just blows my mind that they come in there and they just totally fucked it up as bad as they did. And then someone turned around and said, "Wow, you really fucked up Halloween. So I'm gonna give you another franchise for you to do, and maybe you can fuck that one up too." I
Let's
mean,
go for
I
The
think,
Exorcist now. Yeah.
yeah, maybe that's what that guy's mission in life is
Is the
destroy
fuck up good
yeah,
movies.
fuck up every franchise there is. Yeah,
Next will be Friday the 13th, and then
yeah. Why the hell not? Then Chucky will be next.
well,
And
actually, that already I didn't like the remake of that.
uh,
I
uh,
mean, the concept was pretty cool with an animatronic doll, but they shouldn't have used it as Chucky, though. That's the only thing that was totally, in my
um,
opinion, anyway. But
and she also shared a little piece of news that I found really bummed out about. And that was I have to go look and get more details, but she said that Universal 1440 closed doors. That was the arm of Universal that did franchise. It is, like the franchises they would do. They would like the Bring It On franchise. She did the last one, Cheer or Die. So Universal was making direct to video movies based on a blockbuster. Great it was a Great Blue Sea, Deep Blue Sea 2. I think they did two and three. Backdraft did a sequel. The two series that I really liked that they did, which I thought were outstanding, honestly, and that was the Death Race. The Death Race, except for 2050. Oh Lord, have mercy! Don't get me started. But the ones that Rick that let's see if his name is. He's a really good action director. Holy shit, he's a good action director. Hey Katie, how are you?
hey, Katie, and
Um,
Joseph the Horror Guy was saying that Danielle was also in Boy Meets World. I remember her. She was like sort of liked Corey in that.
let's see. I'm gonna see. Let's see if I can find this guy's name. Death Race.
Oh, and also with the original Exorcist, they just released it on 4K too, like the last week or two. I saw that they released it.
Okay. Let's see. Ro Rennie did 2010 Death Race 2. He did that one with Luke Goss. Luke Goss is badass. They have Death Race 3. I think they have Death Race 3. They have that one. And I know the director. I know the director's name. The Inferno. I don't know if that's the same director. No, same director. Oh God, hold on. I know what it is. Let's see. Let's see. And he also did. The Scorpion King, and I know the Scorpion King. I think that one got. I think the Scorpion King got like 5 or 6 movies.
I think
And the
it's
last one they did.
5 or something. Yeah.
The last one was cool as hell. It was as good as the first one. It was called Scorpion King: Book of Souls.
I didn't watch that one because I didn't like the one before it. I don't think, and I was just like, "Nah, I'm done with the series." So.
Yeah, the Book of Souls is killer. Don Michael Paul, he did that one, and he also did one of the Death Race movies, and he did a great job at it. He did Don Michael Paul. He did was Zach McGowan for the Scorpion King, and he did Zach McGowan for the Death Race movies. So those were the movies from Universal 1440 that I liked. In fact, I do believe I could probably even do this. I think I can drop a link to a review that I did. Wow, isn't that nice? I think it's still here.
Check into it. You said Redwood Massacre was the one you said to check her
Um,
out in, right?
yeah, Redwood Massacre Annihilation.
Okay, because I'm gonna Tubi right now just to see if it's on there.
Okay, and I'm going to drop a link down to a review that you guys can read if you want to. Yeah, that's right.
And nobody reads anymore. No, I'm just kidding.
That's it. Start drawing.
Draw a picture or draw my weapon?
Yeah.
Draw.
Yeah. Get ready to draw, Varmint. Are you ready? Yosemite Sam of Bugs Bunny. Ready?
Oh, I hate that rabbit.
Yeah.
Let's see. You know what? I am definitely excited for AMC Halloween Fear Fest in October. It's my favorite because they show Danielle Harris on Halloween 4 and 5. Yep. They always show 4 and 5.
They would have to give Jason a Hello Kitty mask to screw it up. Dude, if they gave Jason a Hello Kitty to on it, I'd be first in line. I would be first in line to watch. I would watch that. That would be epic. That would be epic. Boy. That would be, yeah. So it's going to be interesting with all these changes going on. It'll be interesting to see exactly how these castings are going to go with the strike, because every day the strike goes on, everything gets pushed back further and further and further. And some of these movies haven't even started. If I'm not mistaken, I don't even think Scream 7 has even started filming. I don't think there's any filming been done on it. I know they have their locations down, but locations are a lot different from actually filming. It's going to be really, really interesting to see how much of the cast coming out of the strikes for some of these projects are going to happen. I mean, like what's going to come first for Jenna Ortega? Will it be Scream 7 or will it be the second season of Adams or of Wednesday? That's going to be interesting to me. There's going to be, which project's going to get in priority, because the managers and the booking agents, they're going to be sitting there trying to get the highest profile, and I think that in that case, I think Wednesday's going to win.
Probably.
Wednesday broke her out, so someone like that, I could even see her not even doing Scream 7. I could actually see that happen. I mean, I could see that. I could see that happening. They might, they might just say, you know what? Nah, it's not worth it. They can get back the money that they were going to give her. I'm sure she got probably a signing bonus. They can give that back to the producers, and she can move on. I mean, to more high profile. That might be what they're thinking when they're thinking about bringing back Neve Campbell. They're thinking about like before it was like, what are we going to do if Neve Campbell leaves? Who are we going to get? And of course, they went out there and got Jenna Ortega, or they had Jenna Ortega.
And now, what if she leaves? They're gonna
right. And then they brought in Neve Campbell to come in and to take to come back to the show. And I think that's only because last year that Neve Campbell did a pilot. And the pilot didn't get picked up by ABC, and so that's the reason why.
Oh yeah, that's right. She was supposed to do some show, and it didn't.
The reason why. That's the only reason why she came back to Scream 7. She didn't come back because she had a change of heart. She came back because ABC had a change of heart. They didn't want to do the show, so she had to come back there and to do Scream 7. I think the chances are. I think if Jenna Ortega, I think it's almost to the point where I think if Jenna Ortega comes back, it'll be. I don't think they'll bring back Stu. I don't think they'll bring back Stu if they bring back Jenna. If they do bring back, if Jenna's not there, then I can see them bringing back Stu. I can see that. So.
Yep, and I did find Redwood Massacre. It is on Tubi, everybody. So if
you want to see it. The Redwood Massacre Annihilation.
It is Annihilation. Yep, obsessed with the unsolved Redwood farm murders. A man convinces.
You'll know the scene I'm talking about when you see it. You're gonna sit there and go, "What the hell?" I did. I was like, like I said, I've never seen any mainstream actors do anything like that. I've seen some weird things. I mean, shit.
You've seen the Human Centipede, right?
Okay. So there was a scene. There's some dark, twisted scenes, like No, not even. That's not even as dark as twisted as this, and it's weird. It's weird. I'll give it that. But it's not nearly as. No, you tell me when you watch it. Redwood Massacre Annihilation.
I'll watch it after the show tonight since I don't work tomorrow. So yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, that's what's. I guess the and the, like the I don't even know who's in Exorcist Unbeliever. I bet just is it a bunch of no names, or I know Ellen Burstyn came back, but who else? Who else? Let's see who else is in this cast. Let's see, Exorcist. Let's see, Believer. Let's see. Oh, you.
What?
Get the hell out of here! Oh my God, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay, well that's one for the books. Okay, so a long time ago when I was living in Northville, Michigan, right? I'm living in Northville, Michigan, and I used to get a magazine called New College Music. New College Music, and it was all about college radio, bands coming up and whatnot. And every month the magazine would carry a CD with the artists that they covered within the magazine. And I used to get that once a month. I used to buy that because I was still keeping up on tracking on music and whatnot. So I'm sitting at Barnes and Noble and I buy the current issue of new music magazine, new college music magazine, and I'm sitting there and I'm reading it, and there's this a rock band, and they have a singer, and she's a rock and roller, and she'd been going through all these different showcases and whatnot, and she was her and her band were just having a hard time. She's a good band, great voice, but they just couldn't get any traction. And I remember emailing her and telling her how much I liked her voice. I thought she had a great voice, and I said, "Man, you're gonna hit it. You're gonna hit it. There's no doubt in my mind about that." So the ear, everybody else was sitting there too. They're going like, "Yeah, this girl she has pipes." So we emailed for each other for a while. Then since I didn't know her, she didn't know me, but I still stayed in touch with her career because I wanted to see what it would end up to, because I knew it was going to pop. I knew it. So, but then after a while, you didn't hear anything about the band at all. You didn't hear anything from Jennifer. Jennifer just, like she just dropped off the planet until one day I'm watching TV, and all of a sudden I see on one of these talk shows that there's a new country band taking the world by storm. New country band. I was like, oh, okay, well, whatever. And I'm sitting there, and I don't know what I was doing. I was probably reading a book or magazine or who knows. But within 5 seconds of them starting to sing this country band, I knew that voice. I knew the voice. And I looked up, and there's the front of this country band. It used to be a rock band. She was in a rock band, but now she's fronting a country band, Jennifer Nettles. Jennifer Nettles. And I'm just staring at the screen, Stephen. I'm going like, oh, I'll be damned. She went to Nashville, and she got herself a cookie cutter band. They built a band around her. And so she came on, and Sugarland definitely. Because that's not who she got to the party with the band that she was there. They gave her a lanky guy, and the first girl they had was sort of fluffy, but she was great too. But it was definitely Jennifer Nettles. And I'm like, I'll be damned. And so Sugarland popped, got big. They replaced the fluffy girl. They replaced her after the first record. And then they just continue to go on. And everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, this is Sugarland! Oh, Sugarland!" They had some hits. I felt sorry for her because she used to write her music, a rock and roll band. She used to be she's a songwriter, and you definitely know that she wasn't writing this shit. I mean, it was It was about as simplistic as you could get. Country music is, lyrically speaking, it used to be really dope. It used to be like, before the 70s, like Bohemian Rhapsody or Stairway to Heaven, or songs like that, those heavy rock ballads. Country was doing that before rock and roll did. Before, even before Don McLean with American Pie, country singers were out there telling stories, and sometimes those songs would be 7, 8 minutes long themselves. And so there's Jennifer Nettles. She's out there doing Sugarland, uh, and all of a sudden, then after a while, to success, after she's singing some of the weakest lyrics ever. Um, if you doubt what I'm saying, listen to any country music and see how simplistic. Every song will have a girl, and they'll mix it up with girl, world. I mean, oh, Lord, it's just
I forget his name, but there's this comedian. Have you ever listened to the song "The Truth About Country Music"? Like the same thing, and he talks about he's like, um, blue jeans, red pickup truck. Like he's just making totally fun of it and stuff.
It's so simplistic.
Yeah.
Right. Now, Jennifer's band, the rock band, was good, real good, next level good, but they just never got a chance. I mean, I've seen a lot of bands like that, a lot of bands that should have been the next level, and they didn't get there. And so it was so funny. It was so funny. It's like, here's Jennifer Nettles, Sugarland, and then she crosses over with Bon Jovi. Everybody's mind was blown, like, oh my gosh, she's crossing over with John Bon Jovi. Oh my, look at how good they are. Oh, I didn't know she could do that. And I could tell you, there's a lot of Jennifer Nettles fans who are sitting there going like, this is what she wanted to do from day one. Do you really think she wanted to do Sugarland? Believe me, she didn't. She did it because this is her way in. But she goes back there, and you watch the joy in her voice and her singing when they show the duets with Bon Jovi, when she's actually rocking the hell out. She's so much better. She's so much more energy. So I it was funny when I hearing people say, I didn't know she could sing like that. And like,
well, that's what she was wanted originally.
Yeah. So there she is, and Sugarland, I think, broke up. She started doing her own stuff, which is a lot more rocking. So the whole point of this whole slacky story is, I'm looking at Exorcist Believer, and there's Jennifer Nettles in a role. She's in the movie. I'm just like, when did she start doing movies? I didn't know she did movies. Glad she's doing it. Yeah. I guess she's been out there for a little bit. Okay, Righteous Gemstones. Never saw that show. She did Harriet. I got that, but I haven't watched it yet. So I guess she's been doing some movies. Some. Well, this is videos. That's why. Yeah. Here's the one, Bon Jovi featuring Jennifer Nettles. Who says you can't go home? Yeah. So her role is, I guess she did Harriet. She played a role in Harriet in 2019, and then she did The Righteous Gemstone. She did 10 episodes there. Now she's doing The Exorcist. Okay. That's a lot of responsibility to put on somebody who's not an actor. Holy shit. Okay, see who else is in this thing that I don't know. Oh, Leslie Odom Jr., he's a good actor. I know who he is. Raphael Surge, I know who he is. That's about it. I don't know anybody else. Oh, I bet you Emily Rachel Gordon, though, is related to the dad, right? Oh no, David Gordon Green. Oh Lord. Oh man, this is not gonna be good. This is not gonna be good. Sequel to the 1973 film about a 12-year-old girl who is possessed by a mysterious demonic entity, forcing her mother to seek the help of two priests to save her. Let's see. I don't see anybody being named as a father. See, let's see, Raphael is playing a pastor. Then there's one named E.J. Bonilla who's playing Father Maddox. Let's see, see if there's anybody else who's playing the pastor. That, God, I just have no faith in this movie.
Mm.
I have no faith in it.
Okay. How ironic! No faith in that.
Yeah. E.J. Bonilla plays Father Maddox. And Tony Carone plays Father Phillips. So I'm not sure. I don't know either one of those two gentlemen. So I'm not sure if they're well known or not. I'm just, yeah. Yeah. I think it's going to be, honestly, honest to God, I think it's going to. Danny McBride is credited as one of the story writers. It's the same fuckers who blew up Halloween. The Halloween movie. You don't think that? Yeah. Hmm. This movie's going to actually just get hated on. It's going to be destroyed. These guys don't know what they're doing. I wouldn't have done it. I thought Karen's answer was really, really honest. Would you take that? I mean, I'm sure you could. Let's see. Hop's sitting there saying that Skip Dippleberry, he was in it. You know what? I bet you, Skip would do a better job than Danny McBride. Let's see. Shaz Bass Mickletater. Okay. What about Milky Cabrera? Okay. Let's see.
Yeah. Danielle Harris was in Free Willy too. What's funny, they make a joke about that in the show Holliston that only lasted 2 seasons, and they go to a convention, and Laura, she goes to Danielle Harris, she's like, Free Willy.
She was in Daylight with Sylvester Stallone. I think he did that movie, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Isn't the one where they're trapped in a tunnel?
Yeah.
See, first they did Cliffhanger. He's hanging off a cliff, and then he's in then he's Daylight. He was sort of like Liam Neeson before Liam Neeson. Yeah. Liam Neeson's now done 102 movies, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Apparently, he does have a particular set of skills.
Yeah, he's able to do straight to video fodder. Yeah, people don't even bother going to the theater for his movies anymore. It's a shame. It's a real shame. But someone wrote something interesting. They said that he's on taking the same roles in these movies, like a father protector, like a parent protector,
Yeah.
And over and over and over, he says it might be tied to the death of his wife. Because his wife died in a tragic accident, and people thought maybe that's what he did it for. Maybe it was his way of absolution, even though he had nothing to do with the accident. But maybe that's what he did. He's taking these roles for, like to protect, symbolically. That would be very interesting. That would be a very interesting question to ask him. Let's see.
Let's try to get him on. Let's see who can get him first, me or you.
Get who? Liam Neeson?
Yeah, I doubt that. Yeah.
Oh, tell me you got a script for Taken 5.
Hey, want to discuss it?
Did you hear about the guy that played Billy in Young and the Restless died? Yeah, I think he helped himself with that. It sounded like he had some problems off camera. That's a shame. Let's see. The Women Who Loves Elvis Daniel, and the Women Who Love Elvis, Danielle Harris was in that. Yeah, he was. He Will Find You. Yes. Right. Yes, I told you I'd find you. Didn't I tell you I'd find you? Let's see. So what do you guys think about The Exorcist: The Believer? Are you guys hyped for that, or are you guys
Are you non-believers for this?
Non-believers. You know though, but I did watch the Pope's Exorcist. I wanted to see that when I heard it came out. I wanted to see it. I know that Anthony Hopkins had done The Rite, and that turned out to be pretty damn good. The Rite was pretty good. I really liked that movie. And so I went ahead and I said, Russell Crowe's a priest. Yeah, I'll buy that. So I rented the movie out from the library, and man, I was surprised. It was a pretty it was a I mean, was it earth shattering? Was it like, oh my God? Was it The Exorcist? No. But it was really well acted. And really what caught me, the effects. So the possession effects, dude, fucking amazing. That kid looked horrifying. The voice of the demon, I didn't say it. The voice of the demon, guess who played the voice of the demon, which made me laugh when I heard about it too. And laugh. Okay. I'm not laughing at him. I'm just laughing when I tell you what movie he did, then you know why I'm laughing. So the voice of the demon that Russell Crowe and his partner battle is Ralph Ineson. Ralph Ineson played the dad in The Witch. The dad that got gored by Black Phillip, the playful goat.
Right.
I love that movie. That movie was fun. That goat is just like Black Phillip is the shit. That Black Phillip is like the new Sam from Trick or Treat.
Right.
I swear, every year Black Phillip gets a little bit more famous. It's like you almost want to go up there and say, Robert Eggers, say, dude, man, you need to bring back Black Phillip. I don't know what movie you're working on now, but Black Phillip needs to make an appearance because he's the bomb. See, was Danielle in Bundy Reborn? If I had $1 for every time Hobbs mentioned in Bundy Reborn, I could fucking buy that movie and bury it in a landfill. Let's see. Joseph the Horror Guy, and you guys should have me on there. You know what? I will take you up the next time that me and Steven do this, because we'll probably do this again sooner than later. I will go ahead and let you know about that, Joseph, and you can come up there and hang out with us. You definitely can.
Sure.
Yep. Definitely. And yeah, why not? So yeah, it was a good show. I got on my soapbox again, Stephen. I got on my soapbox because I was getting ready for the show, and I was getting ready for the show this afternoon, and I'm sitting here looking at. I haven't heard anything from our guests today, so I'm like, and recently, someone had made a comment that doing an interview show was easy. Anybody can do it. That's right. We did watch Carousel 3. My money's on Black Phillip. Yeah, Black Phillip would. I think Black Phillip would. What do you think? Do you think Black Phillip could take Duke?
Nah.
I think Duke is cuter, but I think in a straight out brawl, you got to go with the supernatural goat. You got to go.
Duke's got some crazy weapons though, and then she's like, so who knows?
Yeah, but he's not possessed. He's not the devil.
Well, that's true. Yeah,
so you got that. So yeah, that actually was said. They said that doing an interview show was easy. Of course, this is coming from someone who hasn't done shit, basically.
Let's see who they can get. Be like, it's so easy. Please show us. Let's.
I don't know, man. I have no idea. I'm just thinking to myself, and I'm like, wow. I think if you went to that and you said that to people who try to do interviews and get interviews, I definitely think they would be in for a rude awakening. But all I say is like, hey, go get it. Try not to. You can't interview any of your friends. Don't interview any tubers. Go ahead and get some guests that mean something to somebody, and then do the show and do it for a little while. See how easy it is. I would love to see that. I could tell you.
Show me what I'm doing wrong that makes it so difficult. Like if it's
yeah. Well, we would have to interview everybody that starred on Scream
Yeah,
or Halloween.
right.
Uh, no, Hobbs, we're not talking about you. We're not. We're not talking about you, buddy.
No.
No. Uh, 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 though I am ready anytime that Hobbs puts himself down for this, but Hobbs is actually a very good interviewer. I've said this many times on here. Hobbs is a good interviewer.
Hmm.
Um, there are a lot of good people that do good interviews. Katie from Popping the Popcorn does great interviews. I mean, her style has really improved really well. You had Echo there that came on and started doing the House of Horrors. He's gotten really really good as well.
Yep.
Really, he's really improved. Really, I can't wait to see the first show that he does for the House of Horrors. I am really eagerly awaiting to see what happens when you give him the car keys.
Yep.
And then, well, I bet you can't either, because then you could actually get back and relax for a minute, right?
I can have a week to myself. There we go.
I am really damn curious to see who he would bring to the party too. Who would he get for a guest? I know that he knows a lot more people that he's letting on. I know that. I have a feeling he's probably behind the scenes making contacts with some guests, because it's almost time for him to take the keys. I can't wait. Of course, you got Al the Bat Lucard. He does great interviews as well. Matt Pugwall 316. I've been catching his interviews. Very well done, very professional. He's getting ready to do his first live interview.
Okay.
So that's because you know how that goes, man. Look, I can understand some people doing edited interviews. I do. I get that. Like the Friendly Men do that, and it does make the show cleaner. It really does. I mean, if I edited my shows and I got rid of the and ooh and a eek and a op and I'm sure my shows would be like, instead of an hour and a half long, they'd probably be like 60 minutes long if you edited all me going oop and op and eep. Let's see. Hobbs mentions there's a huge difference between fully interviewing someone and also trying to hunt down people, and then them canceling you. You guys don't get paid to do interviews. It should be fun and meaningless, and it is. It is fun. It is. It is. The only thing that really bumps me out about it is that the fact that you don't want to have a black hole. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like I don't want to have a black hole tonight. I could have just said, "Hey, the guest didn't make it," but I had one yesterday because Jamie she had a personal problem she needed to take care of, a personal issue, so I had no show last night. I don't want to have no show back to back, so we'll come back on. We'll do this one here, talk a little bit, chop it up with you guys like we're doing, and then move on to the next one. But it's still fun. It's still meaningless. I just don't like anybody sitting there trying to tell me that it's easy.
Yeah.
Like, good night, Star Lord. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out with us this afternoon, too.
Hey, Joseph said that he wants to do interviews on his channel. So, yeah, I mean, go for it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, anybody who feels like anybody can do an interview.
Yeah.
You just got to work. It isn't rocket science. You just have to go out there and do it. Find the guests. Kyle Flett does interviews. He does great interviews. Of course we did it on the midnight hour. We had fun. We had fun doing those. That was because of midnight hour and thinking that, hey, why don't we try? We had nothing to lose. We had nothing to lose. Our first guest that we had was Sadie Katz. So as soon as that happened, I knew that we could do it, because we got somebody like Sadie on for our very first guest. It was like, oh hell yeah, this is That was fun. Um, of course, I've been doing them from my blog. I had I had interviewed people on my blog before, and then of course you came on there and did Danielle Harris. Um,
Yep. And
now
that was just before I started my show. And I mean, I don't mind. Like I said, I always don't mind, helping everybody out. But that was just before I started my show. So I was like, you know what, I can do this. I mean, you guys
I
can do it.
know
I can do it.
you're sitting there going like, I'm going to bring you Felicia Rose. And it was just like, why are you going to bring me Felicia Rose when you could do it yourself?
So
yeah, I couldn't believe that. I was like, man, why are you bringing me stuff? No, do it. No.
yeah.
Let's see, Hobbs says, I personally find myself to be bad at them. Yeah, I can tell you, Hobbs, that you're not. And Hobbs says he doesn't watch his own, that he's done. That's not true. I'm telling you, that is not true, Josh. I no. Okay, so I've told this story many times before, but I got to tell it again. It's obvious I have to tell this story again, just to prove my point, because I know I'm right here. So, Hobbs actually went out and booked a guest. He booked an actress. The thing what it was, the actress thought that she had met Hobbs at a convention in Florida. Yes, she thought that she had met him at a convention. I'm not sure how they started talking, but she thought that she had met Hobbs. Well, Hobbs invited her to come on to the midnight hour, and that was her name was Kelly Helen Thompson. And so I said, sure, I'm excited. Yeah, all right, you got a guest? Let's do it.
I think I actually met her at a convention in Tampa. Did she do like some vampire stuff or something, or a vampire movie?
She might have.
That was me, probably. But anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt. But
she thought she thought she met Josh, so we had her on the show, and then Hobbs was ill that night or something like that. He couldn't make the show. So I said, he says, I'm not going to be able to make it tonight. I said, okay. So I said, I'll take it, So I went ahead and I interviewed her. We interviewed her, and it was a very fun show. She's a very cool chick, and yeah, I mean, she was fun. And she had her cat. She had a cat named Ghost. Ghost was sitting behind her most of the night. I mean, it was just a fun show. So it was great. So, but like 2 months later, though, Hobbs comes back and says, "Well, we got her coming back. She's coming back." And I told him, I says, I don't know what to do with this, because she doesn't have any new movies out, and I've already asked her all these questions. I don't have anything to offer her. I don't know what to do. I can't do the same interview again. Josh did it. Steven, Josh did it. He says, I'll do it. Dude, I sat on the side. I had my arms crossed. I was kicking back. I was listening to him. He ruled. Fucking ruled. It seemed like a whole new interview. If you go back and you watch the two shows back to back, because I've done that, it's like two different shows. He got stuff out of her that I didn't. And this is extremely difficult, because we had already interviewed her, and she had nothing new, no new movies to announce, no new movies to promote, no new nothing. She was just like, it'd be like interviewing your guest from last Saturday. It'd be like interviewing him 2 weeks from now. You have him back on 2 weeks from now. What would you talk about? Well, how could you carry a 2-hour show? You just got done talking to the man.
Yeah.
So as far as when Josh says that he can't do interviews, another interview we got to talk about, and I invited him on to do the interview with Courtney Gain. So that was one of those shows where we got approached by the publicity people, and they said that Courtney could do 30 minutes. 30 minutes. You got 30 minutes to do the interview. I said, okay, well, can we get 45? And they said, well, maybe 35. I invited Hobbs to come up there, because I know he's a big Courtney fan, and it was my first big, first for 8 Questions With. It was at that time the biggest guest I had. Dude, man, we had that guy on for an hour. Me and Hobbs were asking him Hobbs and I were asking him so many different questions, He was happy to be there. He says, "You guys are kicking ass. Nobody ever asked these questions. Nobody ever asked these questions about me. They never really asked me about these things, like the singing, the songwriting, and everything else. Me and Hobbs were asking him those questions. Between the two of us, he stayed for an hour, and then after the show was over, he still stayed another 10 minutes talking to us. We had, I mean, I thought for sure I was going to catch heat. I thought for sure the next day the publicist would sit there and say, "Dude, I thought you said 35 minutes." He had him over an hour, because I know that he was doing a press junket. So there was another podcast behind us waiting for him, and we kept him late. We had him for an hour. He was only supposed to be gone in 30 minutes. And yeah, we had a blast. So Hobbs, and they said, so I waited for that letter saying, like, you fucked up. And they came back and said, he absolutely loved you guys. He loved you guys. He loved the questions he asked them. He says, you guys did a really great job.
Yeah. That's usually how it goes on my show too. Like, I give them the first hour, and some have stayed 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Andre Gower, when I had him on, he had another podcast to do right after, and he goes, "I'd stay, but I got another podcast." Like,
dude, you had Andre Gower on there for 2.5 hours. Dude, if I was following that, I would be so pissed. I would be so pissed. Like, where the hell is he? But the guests, like Courtney, absolutely loves our question. So, and of course Hobbs has been on. He did Julie Michaels with me. He did Lady Valerie with me. I have to actually go through do all the shows that I've had Josh on. But yeah, he's a great interviewer. He has some really good questions, and he makes guests comfortable. He's got that same style. I actually think him and I mirror each other. I think Josh is more laid back. But he's more, he's chilled. I'm a little bit more like, really, like frenetic. So it played off well with each other. So when he says that he doesn't do interviews, he doesn't think he's any good, that's some bullshit, because he rocks it.
Yeah.
But it's not easy. It's not easy.
Yeah.
I mean,
go ahead.
I mean, you see that. I mean, look what happens, and look what happens when you run into a guest that just, like, when someone sends you a guest and they won't touch themselves, they'll send you a guest anyway and say, "Yeah, do this guest, because I think it'll be really helpful for your show." And then they get on there and they just do talk nothing but themselves and their charity and their whatever they're doing. They only stay 17 minutes and then they bail. I mean, what kind of fucking guy would do that to a pal?
And so right? Hobbs says you guys make it look like it's easy. Yeah, well, I'm glad people think that, but
yeah. So you didn't catch that, huh? Okay, good.
No, I caught. Yeah. I'm kind of just.
But you know what though? Even though we've had some bumps and bruises, we still have not been hit with the Hannah curse in over a year.
Yeah, that's true.
We have not been hit with the Hannah curse. So I mean, I wouldn't consider this a Hannah curse at all. I would just sit there and say, I think you know what? I take it back. I think I did get cursed. I think the Tim Shockley one was a curse. The guy with the Green Goblin one. That was.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that the Green Goblin dude?
Yeah, I got handed there. I got fucking handed. That was like, wow, that was fucked up. I got it. Let's see. Joseph saying, how should I interview with actors and actresses on my channel? Before I would do that, Joseph, I would actually practice first. I would turn around and ask some of your friends from YouTube to come onto your channel and do some live streams there and just interview them so you can get down your technique, get down your style, because there's many different ways to interview people. Do you fly? Do you write your questions down, right, Stephen? You prep, right?
Sometimes I might have a few in mind, but a lot of the times too, like we'll lead into conversations and we'll just bring stuff up, and it's a little bit of each. I mean, I have like some of my usual questions that I always ask, but then, I mean, I just go with it pretty much because I mean
Um,
we have such good conversation and talking about one movie, or they might bring something up because there's been a few times like, yeah, I was going to ask dealing with that, and like it just comes up, and it's become normal conversation for me, basically. Just
that was Tim Shockley, Hobbs. I had him down to interview, and I had him scheduled, and he did not, he no called, no showed on my ass. And I saw him active on his Facebook page all day, the day of the show.
shit.
I sent him a link in the morning, and then he was on Facebook all day. So I know he saw it, and he just didn't show up at all. And then when I pinged him about it, he tried to sit there and say that that he was in bed, and he wasn't feeling very well, and all this other bullshit.
But he was
But
on Facebook all day,
yeah,
but he
he was
wasn't
on
feeling
Facebook
well.
all day, and he didn't tell me not once that he couldn't do the show. So yeah, I just blistered him for the. I was just really disappointed, and that's what I told him. I says, "Man, I'm disappointed. I mean, most people, um, you go to conventions all year round. You bring your car and or the mask or whatever. You have contracts. You know how valuable it is to the people's time that you're there. I mean, you wouldn't like it if I booked you for a show for a
You
convention.
show up to the show and like, we don't have a spot for your truck. You
Yeah,
got to go.
or the doors are locked. You flew all the way cross country. I'm telling you, yeah, you come over here, I'll give you the $3,000, and you show up, and I'm not there, and the doors are shut, and the money's gone. That's exactly how it felt. Like you would be pissed off.
Oh
You'd
yeah.
be sitting there, yeah, you'd be livid. And that's what he basically did to me. And I just thought it was like, wow, it's like someone who's a professional, someone who I treated with professional courtesy, and did that. That rankles me a lot more than someone maybe who maybe has stage fright, which I've had. I had someone who couldn't do it because of stage fright. You know what? I understand that. I understand that. I'm sympathetic to that. I'm not going to harsh on anybody's mellow for that.
Hmm.
Uh, you know, but someone with that guy's experience, and he's still out there working. He's supposedly it was, I'm on my deathbed, basically. Oh well, okay, you're still working. You're still out there. You're still doing what you're doing. But yeah, I just moved on after that. I just said nope, no, thank you. Yeah, um, yeah. That's what keeps the show fun and and meaningful. Is a lot of times people just take you for granted. It's like it's just a small podcast. It's only going to be like 10 or 15 people there. Okay, well, you should have thought about that before you agreed to it. It's
Yeah.
okay to say no. Like I mean, it's like, but once you commit to it, you committed. It's like
Yeah.
it's like I don't think you would like the I don't I just like put it this way. I don't think you would really like it if I told you that we're going to do the show and this and that and this and that, and then you go ahead and you plan your day, you plan that night to do this show, and I don't show up. I mean, you're sitting there going like, all the plans that you made for that night, they're gone. They're,
Yeah.
and yeah. Um, let's see. Yeah, no problem, man.
Yeah.
If you just want to, Joseph, if you ever decide to go live, let me know when you go live, and then if you want, we can zip over there and grab one of your YouTube friends, ask them to come up, and then yeah, you can just start asking them questions about their favorite movies. What's your favorite Danielle Harris movie? Yeah, let us know.
For sure.
Hell, maybe even Hobbs will be your guest.
There you go.
Yeah,
Interview the interviewer.
that's right. Interview the interviewer. Um, but there has been a lot of people that are doing that now. As far as the interviews go, it's sort of like watching watch parties. Everybody's doing watch parties.
Yeah.
Now it seems like everybody's starting to do interviews, and it's cool. It is cool because it's a lot of fun too. Because
Oh,
the more people that say yes, the more people the more that we'll benefit from it. It'd be nice to see somebody. It'd be nice to see somebody who get a good guess that maybe we didn't get.
yeah.
Yep. Shit. Remember our first night for the House of Horrors?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. Man, that was stressful as hell, man. That that was stressful as hell. We had no idea. Um, we had no idea. Um, you and I were going to go up. I was hosting the show for the first one. I think you had tech problems.
Stupid
And
StreamYard. I don't know what the deal
yeah,
was.
and we had been promoting the show for like 3 weeks and everything else. We had got our date down and everything. So the first show of House of Horrors was on Have Cheetah Will View, and then Bronco Juggalo announced his interview with who did he interview? Who did he, was it?
Was it a rapper or was it
No, I don't think it was
a
the rapper.
wrestler? Oh, who was it?
Man, you know what? I don't know. It was either Deborah Voorhees.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
I think it might have been Debbie Voorhees. But we didn't know about it. We didn't know until it was too late that he was doing the interview. It was already too late. We already did our promo, and man, I felt so bad. I was like, I mean, he's not my favorite person in the world, but I felt really bad for him. I was like, oh shit, I did not mean to do that.
Yeah,
And
because none of us would intentionally do it at the same. I mean, yeah.
hey Dell, how are you, sir?
Welcome, Dale.
Yeah, man, we're just chilling out here. Our guest did not show up tonight, so we are chilling. Um, waiting for the midnight hour to come on. I'm not sure what is the midnight hour doing tonight, Hobbs. If he's still here, if Hobbs is still here. I don't know what they're doing. I know that after this, I am watching Murder Size on
Yes.
Tubi.
It's a good one. Yeah.
And I gotta finish Cynthia up. But that first show with man, I was like, oh, that was terrible. Man, you and I were sitting there going like, hey, we're sorry. They're watching Vamp with Grace Jones.
I was gonna say
Nice.
Vamp sounds familiar.
Yeah, Grace Jones. Man, that girl's badass.
But yeah, enjoy Murder Size because that's I was saying earlier, and I don't know if Hobbs heard or not, or anyone else who came in and out in between. Sometime next month, I'll have a few of the ladies from Murder Size. I'll announce official day and who, but it'll be a good panel. So
hell yeah, that's gonna be a lights out show, man. As we roll into the spooktacular,
yep,
man, I cannot wait. I cannot wait till the spooktacular comes.
that'll be a good one.
Hobbs Horror will be doing a special live stream. I think from what I understand, Bruiser Bulk's going to be there. Diane Franklin, I hear, is going to be there as part of the spooktacular. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be games. There's going to be costumes. It's going to be 10 questions of death that he's going to ask, including Scream Queen questions. I'm not sure because it's just part of it. I know there's going to be the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I think they're supposed to be watching Rocky Horror Picture Show every day of the spooktacular.
31 days of Tim Curry.
Yeah, because every member of the midnight hour has to broadcast, go up live and broadcast Rocky Horror Picture Show. everybody has to go up there at least, they have to keep rotating it around once a day.
It's like the Christmas Story every year, 24 hours,
Exactly.
except it's going to be 31 days of
31 days of curry.
rocket.
My asshole just puckered up when I said that. That'd be a lot of curry. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Well, that's because you're not really. That's because you're more the House of Horrors now, Echo. That's why. Let's see. How that was probably not the fun. Well, it is pretty funny. Have you ever had curry? Steven, you ever eaten curry?
I don't think so, or maybe I tried it, but
I don't know. Yeah.
I know stories about curry, but
I know Stephen Curry. I know he's a hell of a basketball player. That's about it.
Isn't it Stephen Curry though, or whatever?
Well, there was Stephen, and then his father was Dell. Dell was a great shooter too. Yeah. So I'm not sure what else is going to happen on the. There might be the Wheel of Doom. The Wheel of Doom might be happening too.
Mm-hmm.
So no one asked me if I would do no Rocky Horror. Rocky Horror. Well, you know what? You might be able to substitute. You could ask Hobbs if you could substitute Phantom of the Paradise, which is a way cooler movie. But don't tell him I said that. I love Rocky Horror, but I love Phantom of the Paradise too, though. And you could play that during Halloween. Costume contest, parties, movie watch-alongs. The 10 questions of doom. Are you doing 10 questions this year, or is that just me saying that? Because I think he did 6 questions last year. He did 5 questions the first spectacular. This is the fourth spectacular. Is this the fourth spectacular or the third one? It might be, no. Echo is having a huge Rocky Horror presentation. All right. So Echo is doing Rocky Horror.
Okay. Are you dressing up or undressing? Whichever you want to say.
Yeah. You know what? I tell you what, Echo, if you do Rocky Horror on your channel, I'll do Hocus Pocus on mine.
Ah, little Hocus Pocus. All right.
Yeah, I'll do Hocus Pocus if Echo does Rocky Horror. I'll put it up. This is the fourth spectacular. This is gonna be awesome. There might be some loot involved. I hear there might be some loot. Maybe we'll do 5. Why don't you do 8 questions? Let's see. So no watching 80s TV shows instead. But I'm doing Hocus Pocus. I'm doing Hocus Pocus. I would do Hocus Pocus if he did Rocky Horror. Oh God, I can't believe I'm saying that. But don't tell Echo. But I would be doing Hocus Pocus. But I'll probably be doing like Hocus Pocus 2 because there's less Sarah Jessica Parker in that one. So
Are you sure there's less of her?
Oh Lord, God, there can't be any more. There can't be any more. And then they're bringing back the sequel to Sex and the City, and so they're bringing it back for another season. And I was thinking I'm going to escape this. I'm going to escape this sequel. Like I don't have to watch it. And then now they're bringing back Kim Cattrall, and I'm like, damn it. Did you ever watch that show?
No, I never did watch it.
Man, that show was kick ass. To tell you the truth, that was not just a girl show. Let me tell you, that show was fun as hell. That was. I think I got like 2 or 3 seasons of it.
I think didn't they have 6 seasons? I want to say 5 or 6.
Yeah, I think 5. Yeah, I have to double check. I have yeah. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing this weekend. I'm actually going to be taking down my TV stuff. I'm going to be redoing my closet, taking out all the TV series, and I got to figure out a way to track them so I don't buy the same ones over and over. Mm,
Hob said I'm probably right. She might be more in part two.
uh, okay, screw that, Echo. You don't have to watch. You don't have to watch Rocky Horror.
You're like, forget
I
that.
can't do that. No, I can't do. I just can't
What
do
was
it.
that on Family Guy one time? They were talking about, they made a joke of Sarah Jessica Parker and it was a horse or whatever. Like, oh, here's Sarah Jessica Parker. And it was a horse.
Dude, no doubt about that, right?
Oh my God.
Honest to God, if anybody sit there and said, explain such and such stardom, explain someone's, the two people that would come out of my mouth, like I don't know how they did it. One would be Sarah Jessica Parker, and the other one would be Shelley Long. I don't know how either one of them made it.
Hmm.
I've watched their careers. I've watched what they've done. I mean, Sarah Jessica Parker is Shelley Long is even more of a stretch. I really don't know how that happened. I really don't. I watched her. I guess the first movie she did that she got really well known for was Night Shift with Michael Keaton and Henry Winkler. I just don't understand it. I was sitting there going like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Um, let's see. Yeah, I know. I do have to archive them. I do. I have to go through them, and I'm going to have to write down what I have and what seasons, how many seasons there are, and what seasons I do have. Because I tend to, yeah, it was something else. It's like me and Echo were talking about this old '80s syndicated series called War of the Worlds, and it came on for 2 seasons. And Echo, that's who's Echo's the '80s show that he's going to be deep diving into. I can't wait for that. I cannot wait to see him deep dive the War of the Worlds. That was a fun show. So I'm actually thinking to myself, I'm going like, yeah, you know what? He said, how much did it cost, Echo? He says, only $21. I'm thinking, man, man, I maybe I should get that and do a deep dive too. And then, of course, what happens? I remember that I found one. I found one of the seasons over at the library for 25 cents. And I am thinking, that's right. I remember that. I picked that up. Uh, yeah. So I was like, man, I almost spent $21 I didn't need to spend. Um, I only got the one season, but I'm confident I will get another one. I'll find it.
Yeah.
But yeah, but man, finding some of those old shows, like I've only found 5 seasons of Star Trek out in the wild. I found the whole of Enterprise. Someone donated all the Enterprise, all 4 years of Enterprise, and then someone donated season 7 of the Next Generation. That's it. That is all I have found at the library in 2 years since it's been back open. Oh, I just can't believe it. Um, and then was the last week or the week before, found the first season of Buck Rogers.
Oh wow.
Stoked as hell. I'm like, that's amazing. But yep, someone had donated. It was in perfect condition. I was like, wow. But I have to write them down so I don't go ahead and rebuy them again.
It's like they're such a good deal. You just buy them. Oh yeah, I'll just buy it. 25
well,
cents.
well, you know what though? It's like, well, here's what I did. I'm not sure if you saw this or not, but I'm not sure exactly how many years ago this happened. It was before pandemic, of course. Um, but they were selling. They actually did this for 2 of them. Me and my buddy Catfish, we got the first season for $10 of Stranger Things. They're selling the DVD version for $10, and then they did the same thing with Game of Thrones. They sold the first season for $10 on Blu-ray, so I picked that up. So, but recently someone donated their copies of the Game of Thrones, so I did buy the first one. I guess I got to turn the camera on for this. Oh boy.
You were on and then off. Boop. You flashed us with the Game of Thrones, and then yeah, there is that new Polonia page. So
Boy, it's not letting me get that. Oh, you know what? I'm frozen. Hold on 1 second.
okay. It's like I should have done a Polonia page, but I mean, I do all that other stuff, and I'm just like, oh well, at least someone made a page for Polonia.
No, I would partner with them though. I would find out who they are and partner with them. You know, let them.
Actually, I think who did it? What came on the podcast when Mark was on? The person who did it, because the name's familiar. So
I found this copy at the library. So I picked this copy up right here. This is Blu-ray, but it's the massive one. It's the massive, and the one I got was the slimmed down version. I knew when I bought this, I knew that I had the first one already, but I wanted the big one. I wanted the big one.
Yeah.
So I knew that I was doubling down when I bought this, but I found a new home for the first one I bought. I found a new home for it. So I was able to do that. And most of the time when I go out to the library, I tend to just to buy the one thing that I need. I don't really buy anything else. I just buy the one. But lately I've just been feeling like, you know what? I've been having a lot of fun recently sending out packages. And so I started thinking, you know what? I'm going to start buying two. If I see something interesting like that, I'm going to start buying those just so I can actually send out some stuff to people. Because I really like that. I mean, and they're so damn cheap. And it's like, I almost got a copy of the Ant-Man Quantumania. I was going to get that. I was going to get that for somebody. And but I looked at it and I didn't trust it because it was scratched to shit. And I was like, no, I'm not really feeling that. Steven has the biggest wildlife collection in the community. Hell to the yes. See, also, thank you guys. Someone invited me to the Polonia Pals Facebook page yesterday.
That's what I had said. Yeah.
So do they call it the Polonia Pals?
It's not called Polonia Pals. It's
that's you. That's all you right there. You're the one.
Yeah, I'm the Polonia Pals there, but yeah, most of them are in there too. Jeff and Jamie and Mel and Tim and all of them and me. Now that I'm officially a Polonia Pal, I'm not half a pal. I'm a full pal.
You're a full pal. Yeah, I find some really great stuff practically brand new.
Yeah, that's crazy. Some of the stuff you found that wasn't even open, like damn.
No, I got my first Game of Thrones. I got season 8 of Game of Thrones that just got released. When it got released, they were selling it for like $60 at Target. I got mine at the library like a week after or 2 weeks after. Brand spanking new, factory sealed. I got it for $5. Couldn't believe it. I double checked. I went down to Target and went like, this is out, right? This is like $60. There it was, brand new, $60 at Target. And I'm going like, damn, I got that for $5. But yeah, well, it does seem like there's more TV shows that are being donated.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so weird. My camera didn't pick me. Oh, wait a minute. I probably have to refresh the screen. Yeah, there I am. I was gonna say I'm not showing up on the screen. Yeah, you got a massive collection between you and Horror Devil, Tim, Horror Devil, and probably Brad and Jason.
We probably pretty much tied up. I mean,
This right here, this is coffee. It's 3 scoops of coffee, and I put that in there. This is 8 o'clock coffee, and so I put coffee, and I put 14 cubes, and I put coffee creamer, and then I let that thing percolate, and then when I drink it, I am a happy camper.
I was an unhappy camper in Camp Blood. Sorry, I had to say
no coffee. No coffee.
Oh, they had coffee, but no.
Yeah, that's that. I thought I would need it for tonight because with with Josh Adams, but because doing 2 shows back to back, and I'm talking a lot. But yeah, um, that's the secret of coffee. Uh, it is dark roast, 8 o'clock coffee, dark roast, and good Lord Almighty, as that coffee shot up. When I bought the bag that I used, I got it for $4.99. I went back to Meyer. They wanted $8.49 for the same bag.
What?
Went from $4.99 to $8.49. 8 o'clock coffee. I was like, that's ridiculous.
They should call it 8-question coffee.
That's ridiculous. So I get my coffee. My brother sometimes he'll send me Seattle's Best. He'll send that to me for Christmas and my birthday. But most of the time, the coffee I get is from Aldi's. I'll get like 2-3 bags of their coffee, and their coffee is really good too. They have good dark roast, and then I pick up hazelnut creamer, and that's exactly what I drink. Coffee is my friend. So yeah, so I decided to start doing that for my library hauls. I thought for sure I start picking up some extras. So next week is bag sale week, so anything in the bag is going to be $6. So I'm going to go ahead and just if they have anything, they have library. If they have library stuff, I'm just going to go ahead and just like swipe them all. I'm going to take them. I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to clean it. I'm going to clean it all out.
Yes, I'm on to something with my on too. I'm just pondering.
What's that?
Well, I don't know. Hop said, "OMG, Steven is on to something."
8-question coffee.
Oh, when I said 8-question coffee, let's make it a thing. Okay.
Oh, okay. How about Polonia Pal coffee?
When you're feeling down, grab a Polonia Pal cup of coffee. There you go.
Did you contact Mark yet? And did they get the Kia fixed?
Well, no, he got rid of it.
He got rid of it?
Yeah. So because it was dead, so he didn't even bother putting more money into it. So it's gone. That's why I said it's in the garage. It's in the garage, that big garage in the sky.
You need to do a special Polonia Pal show and talk about the Kia.
In remembrance, yeah, and everybody talk about the Kia when they first started. There we go. The remembering the Kia episode.
You could do that on a Sunday afternoon.
There we go.
You should. I bet you get if you did that on a Sunday, I wouldn't do it for a regular show, but if I would do it on a Sunday, I would do it as a one-off. Invite the Polonia Pals over and then talk about their memories about the Kia. What was your favorite movie with the Kia in it?
and when did you first drive? What was the first?
How did it feel? How did it feel?
Behind the Polonia wheel. How did it feel?
Yeah. Do you think the Kia was Christine reincarnated?
I mean, if it was just like a half-hour show, it'd be funny.
Who would win on a collision? Would Christine win or would the Kia? Dude,
that would be a funny episode. I should do that as a joke. Just get everybody to talk about the Kia.
You and Echo could do it. You don't need pals. You could do it on a Sunday afternoon. Do like a 30-minute show, in memories of the green Kia, of the Polonia Pals green Kia, and then post some pictures of it in the various movies.
Yep.
Oh my God! You know what? You should really do that. You really should do that. You should do that. You should take some pictures, get some pictures from the Kia from all the different movies it was in, and do like a 30-minute a memoriam. I would watch that.
Yeah, that would be funny.
I would have did that for Hobbs's Kia Rogue if he would have if I would have thought about it. I would have told Hobbs let's do a memo in the Rogue. But I'm not so sure how you feel about that since his car tried to kill him on the last day because the brakes went out. Oh, if you're not driving me, nobody will. Oh shit!
I can't believe I was the last one to ride in that car, the last production. Whew.
Oh my God! What was? And just imagine sitting there thinking about what's happening on the seats that I'm sitting on. Oh, I don't even want to think about that. how much fake blood and how much oh no, I just can't do that. No. Um you guys can make a new you guys can make a new doll like Chucky, the Polonia Pal. Yeah, it could come with his own it could come with his own Kia, a little miniature Kia.
Loki, it comes with it.
And a doll shark. And a doll shark.
There we go. A doll shark. That they should make that little Polonia action figure and doll shark and Kia.
Yeah. Yeah, they should. They should make a little squishmallow of the doll shark. That would be cute. That would be cute. So the watching Vamp tonight. That's with Grace Jones and who else is in that movie? Is that Jim Carrey?
No, he was in Once Bitten.
Okay, who's in Vamp? Roger Moore. Roger Moore. Oh wait a minute. Yeah, Roger Moore and Grace Jones, right? Or am I thinking? Oh, I'm thinking Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger is Vamp with her. I can't remember. I'm thinking of all these different movies. I don't think they're right though.
What recently came out, I was glad that was it Vinegar Syndrome? No, the maybe it is Vinegar. No, what's the ones that are numbered? Vestron. There we go. My Best Friend is a Vampire came out, in which I had wanted that movie to come out on Blu-ray for the longest time. I used to rent that on VHS.
Dude, you know what? Guess what? Guess what? The bat dropped on me the other day. He dropped off some news. I might have to break out my boutique Bala uniform for this one. I might have to do that. Hopefully, it's not stupid. But guess what? They're releasing finally on Blu-ray.
What?
Stand back because there's a hurricane coming, dude. They're dropping American Ninja on Blu-ray.
American Ninja.
Oh, on Halloween on Kino Lorber. Dude, I'm so there for that. I'm fucking so there for that. I'm gonna have to get that. I might have to get that for my brother for Christmas. Dude, they finally. I cannot wait to see that. I hope they trick it up. I hope they have a. I hope they get Michael Dudikoff and the girl who's on Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
I hope they do video commentary.
Yeah.
I think that would be really cool.
I actually sent a message. I don't know if it was read. I don't know because of Instagram now if it's still there, but I had sent him a message to see if I could get him on the House of Horrors. Michael, yeah, but
yeah, I think Gareth got the director. Samuel First, I think his name was Furstenstein or Furstenberg. I think he got the director of American Ninja. That's another guy who does interviews. Okay. Gareth, Video Tasties. My last vacation that I took last year, a year ago, August, I signed off. I wasn't on, but I fucking marked out when he got Matthias Hughes on. Dude, I marked out. I said, oh, hell yes. Well, I went and watched that. And then he says, does anybody want to come up and ask Matthias any questions? Dude, I could not move my fingers fast enough to get up there and ask him some questions. I fanboyed out when I saw that shit. I'm like, man, he got Matthias Hughes? Hell yeah. That was dope. I was like, that's cool. That's cool. But he got he got the guy who directed the first American Ninja. And of course, me and the Bat, we covered on the Midnight Society. He possesses great skills. Yeah. Yeah, but it's coming out on October. I mean, I'm more jacked for that than I am The Exorcist.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I'm more jacked to see the American Ninja on Blu-ray than I am The Exorcist. So there you go about that. Just like you're gonna yeah. So that means hopefully American Ninja 2 will be released maybe next year. Mm-hmm. And it would be nice to hear the actors do commentary because I like to hear some stories about Steve James, who played Curtis Jackson. Dude, who would ever thought that guy would be killed or die so soon from cancer? That guy looked like that guy was so physically built. When you looked at him, you just thought, man, that guy was in such great shape, and yet there he got cancer, and I think pancreatic cancer, and he died. Lung Duck Dong is in.
Vamp, yeah.
Oh, okay. Long, long. I don't think I've seen Vamp in like ages. Billy Drago. Oh my God, Billy Drago, man, that guy was in everything. Always as a bad guy. I don't think he ever did a good guy role.
Willie Drago. That sounds so familiar.
I, even some of even some of the like Matthias Hughes. That guy was always the bad guy, but he did play the good guy a couple of times. Um, and like Bolo Young played a good guy a couple of times, and he actually faced off against Matthias Hughes in the final fight. So it was really strange seeing that too. Like, oh, aren't these guys supposed to be like bad guys? Well, Bolo's the good guy? Oh hell yeah, count me in. Sign me up for that. But I don't think Billy Drago ever did. I don't think he ever did a good guy role. I don't think so. I know that he was. He seemed like he was. They always cast him in movies with actors on the way up. Like, put him in the movie, it'll make our actor look that much stronger. So he did. I think he did a Steven Seagal movie. I know he did Chuck Norris, and I'm sure he probably did some other actors. If you he was the main villain for Bruce Campbell in the Briscoe County. He was the
Briscoe
main.
County Jr. Yeah.
Yeah, he was the bad
That
guy.
was a good show and only lasted one season too. I was like,
That show was dope. I loved it. I thought the producers and were smart as hell by ending that arc in the middle of the season. Like, dude, I don't think anybody wants to sit there and watch these guys chase around the bad guy all for the whole season. But
yeah.
about 8 or 9 seasons episodes in, they changed the Julius Curry character to Briscoe's friend. They stopped Billy Drago, and then they joined that other guy for the government, Socks, Socrates, or they call them Socks. And then
Yeah.
then we went around for the president. I thought that was a killer idea, but yeah, they and it only ran for 1 year, 30 episodes though. That thing ran for 30 episodes.
Was
That's
it that many? Oh, okay.
yeah, I think it was 30. And yeah, Kelly Rutherford was in it as the Dixie. Man, that girl was cute as hell. And that was like I think that was the first year of Fox. And you know what series replaced it? Briscoe County. You know what series came on to replace it?
I don't remember.
Pops, do you know the series that replaced Briscoe County? He was in Prime Suspect, Billy Drago. Yeah. The show that replaced Briscoe County, Married with Children.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, honestly, looking back at it, I wish they would. I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind. Lady Dragon. Oh, he was in Invasion USA. Shit, that's my jam right there. Damn, him and Richard Lynch together. Shit, that's bad guy heaven right there. Chuck Norris shot Richard Lynch out of the building with a grenade launcher.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Let's see. Not sure how they were both. Yeah. Yes. Too bad there just wasn't room for both of them. And Lady Dragon. I think Lady Dragon was Cynthia Rothrock, if I'm not mistaken. And I picked up, and I'm going to do a deep dive on this too. I was trying to get the Bat to do it, but I think he's just too busy. I think he's got a new thing going on with Pugwall. They got a new thing going on, but I definitely want to do a deep dive on Speed Zone. I have to get a new Blu-ray player. Yeah, shit. That's probably what I should do tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow, but I should do grocery shopping and get a new Blu-ray player. I just want a Sony. I wish it would be all region. I wanted to have it be. I wanted to be all region.
Yeah, that way you can get stuff from.
That's really what I've been dragging my ass about. It's like, do you have a Sony all region player? Like that's what I want. I just want to be able to plug it in and yeah. Killzone is man. Well, now that I know that you saw it, Josh, then maybe it'll be you and me doing a deep dive on that movie.
Hmm.
Hell yeah, you and I should deep dive that. Dude, it's a badass movie. That movie is sick.
Mm.
And the ending is so unexpected. Dude, I'm sitting there watching this movie, like, yeah, what's gonna happen, right? All of a sudden it's like, yeah, what? Whoa, what the it was just like I'm not expecting that. So not expecting the ending to Killzone. And of course the real thing is like Hong Kong movies, they have what they do is like if the movie does really well, like there was the Killzone 2, but it had nothing to do with the first one. And in fact, the second one starred one of the bad guys in the first one. He came back and played the good guy in the second one in a different character. But and that movie was badass too. Man, yeah, I've been covering more martial arts movies. People love them. People like the martial arts movies. So I said, okay, I'll do a few. And so yeah.
If you decide to do Miami Connection, I'll do that with you because my martial arts instructor Vincent Hirsch was in it, and YK Kim.
I might try to do. I have to do a couple of movies review for November. I'm going to put them out there so they can drop while I'm on vacation. But one of the movies I think I'm going to cover is Black Belt Jones. You ever seen that one with Jim Kelly?
Nah.
That movie's so cheesy. Oh my god. Let's see. There are 3 versions. You sure it's the obscure one? I watched. Let's see. Do you mean Kill Mode? Did you get There's a movie called Kill Mode that's out there. Let's see, Killzone. The movie I got, Josh, is with Donnie Yen and Sammo Hung. See, Killzone 2. Oh, there's a Killzone from 1993 with David Carradine and Tony Dorsett. Oh Lord. Then there's another Killzone with Nancy from 2008, Nancy Callis and Chris Carberg. Another Killzone 2019 with Michael Sean Bolton and Matthew Davis. Killzone 2015 with Charles Anderson. So there's a lot of kill zones out there. There's a lot of kill zones out there. The one that I'm talking about is the one with Donnie Yen and Sammo Hung. Called The Last Blood. I'm not sure. Yeah, that won't be it. No, that's got to be something different. That's cool though. It's too bad they don't send you it's too bad they don't send you the covers, Josh. They just send you they send you burned copies of shit, right? I mean, it's good for the collection, if you want to, we got about 15 minutes to go. And then it's going to be their time. Oh, I didn't see he dropped off. Huh. He dropped off. I don't know where he went. Huh. Come back, Steven. Steven, come back. Boy, that's a big delay right here. Holy crow. Uh, I'm not sure what happened to Steven. Well, I think I don't know what happened, but I will take this time to go ahead and end this. And if you're hearing this, and head on over to Hobbs Horror for the midnight hour. They'll be starting about 10:15. They're watching Vamp, starring Billy Drago and Grace Jones. I think that's from 1986, if I'm not mistaken, 86 or 88. That's a fun movie. And we'll be back here on Monday, hopefully. We'll be back here on Monday night at 8 o'clock. We'll be talking to Natalie Denise Burrow from Night of the Caregiver. Uh, let's see. Ted Pryor, Fritz Matthews, David Campbell. Yeah, that's not the one I have. The one I have is with Donnie Yen, Sammo Hung, and Jing Wu. So I got the Hong Kong Kill Zone. But I'll take a look at that one. It's probably on Tubi, so I'll probably take a look at it. All right, that's it for me. I'm out of here. I'm on my way to watch Murder Size. And like I said, we'll see the rest of you guys over the midnight hour. And thanks for coming out. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.